David Engen, City Club. My question is, in this particular situation, how do you feel about open caucuses or no caucuses?
Right, and so it's not too different even in big rooms, or even slightly less big rooms. So I hope that we'll do a little bit of the cross-caucus stuff. In terms of open caucuses, I largely agree, as I often do with Representative Berger. The challenge is, it's not that that secret conversations won't happen, right? Or even conversations that don't feel that secret. It's just sort of to what audience are you playing? Are you playing to the people in the room, or are you playing to the people outside the room? And so it doesn't, there will be, I generally lean on the side of more openness and probably more on the side of that than many of my fellow colleagues, but I very much respect and understand that just pushes out some of the conversations out from that room. The other thing that occurs to me is, that helps me to think about these things, is that parties aren't a construct of the Constitution. They were just because that's how you do the math, right? So we create, okay, well, you need 50% plus 1, and so Thomas Jefferson looks around and says, okay, well, I get it. What I need to do is figure out the 50% plus 1 that agrees on a bunch of things, and we can do everything we want. And so then the 9% plus almost looks around and says, hey, wait a minute, no, we want to do that same thing. And the folks, and so then parties are developed. And I think you'd get a similar thing if you try to get rid of caucuses entirely, which, I don't know, on first blush sounds sort of interesting to me. You'd get, I think, sort of the same thing. You wouldn't have to call them Democrat and Republican, right? You would call it the green hairs, right? Representative Cameron would be a charter member. No, he wouldn't. And they would say, we're going to find the 31 that agree with us on the following 6 things. And we're going to do everything, we're going to do everything. We're going to run the whole deal to get those 6 things done. So I think in a majoritarian system, it is inevitable that people are going to seek majorities. And so we have to think about all of the process reforms we can to make sure those majorities are not tyrannical, and that they approach, addressing public interest problems.
Joe, did you want to speak to that? Professor? No.
He hasn't spent a lot of time in caucuses, and I can guarantee you, if you got in, you'd go, oh my God.